Iron Buckeye award mean for you?
That meant everything. I talked to Coach Mick, right at the beginning of the summer, right, I guess the end of the spring. We kind of met together, everyone did. He's like, what are your goals leading into this summer? And I was like, I just want to be an Iron Buckeye. I was, dead set on it. And, Iron Buckeye, that doesn't necessarily mean you're gold and everything. Fortunately, Christ put in a position to be gold in a lot of those areas. But that comes with, being a great teammate and having great teammates around you. I know me, Josh, and Donnie and all those guys, we kind of started O-Block and stinky effing freaking dogs and stuff like that to cuss. That's where all those fun sayings and the boys are rolling, all that fun stuff. We need someone to make t-shirts if you know anybody. But yeah, for real. But no, those guys are so awesome, and so it's really not a singular award. It really reflects the group, and I think having 3 offensive linemen to get that award, I think that really reflects the kind of culture we have on the O-line and the O-Block, and so I'm really proud of those guys as well for allowing me to be put in that position. I mean, it's not just the coaches that vote on it, it's the players too. So
you say all that and you want to share the credit, which I get.
Yeah.
But you had to have done something to stand out, because not all 5 or not all 15 in the room got it. I mean, what do you think elevated over the summer?
Yeah, I mean, you just have to really dive into it and put a lot of those, younger anxieties and fears away, where you feel like you kind of want to shy back. And obviously it's good to, put your head down and grind, but sometimes, you got to we had Clint Bruce come in the other day, and he's talking about if you get after someone, it's not because you're mad at them or because you want to get out. You love them so much that you want to see them be so successful. And I think that really helped formulate my decision making, and not getting after guys, but elevating the team. And we had this thing, it's your effort grade for the day, and keeping that up is you can't fake it, because all your coaches are with you. I lived with Coach Mick a lot, and obviously he will not fake anything. So being able to really dive in and support the team, that's what you kind of have to do to be an Iron Buckeye.
Looking back on it, 8 months out now, what happened leading into the college? Did that motivate you going into this offseason? I guess how do you view that?
Yeah, I mean, going into the Cotton Bowl, obviously, some decisions were made there that the coaches felt were right. And all I can really do is, prepare and get ready for this season. Wherever coach wants me at, I'm ready. Been obviously working very hard in the offseason. Coach Mick, all of our coaches have been, getting us better, and that's all that's all I can do. That's all I want to do. So that's what we've been doing.
What's the top area you feel you've grown
in,
on the field?
On the field? A lot. So a lot more what we've been doing now, right, can't even talk, sorry. A lot more of what we've been doing is a lot more targeted with our hands and stuff like that. So really working on hand placement and hand striking has been really big for me. Being able to work through extension, because I kind of going from triple option D4 Wisconsin football, the best football in America. Shout out Defensive Player of the Year, if anyone knows. But going from that, where you can just kind of hug guys and whatever, you got to really be able to learn how to play with length. And I think that'll really help us transition into not this level, but the next level as well. So learning that has been really successful. Well, continually learning that, it will prove to be pretty successful for me.
How difficult has it been with the illness and dealing with the position switch and all of this going on at the same time and vying for a starting job?
Yeah, and it's been a lot for sure. It's been a lot. Obviously, kind of coming into camp, battling with illness was tough. You miss those kind of newer days when we're kind of breaking over ground level stuff. And Coach Day always talks about building a foundation, and it's kind of hard when you don't really have those base foundation. But the guys have caught me up pretty well to that. With position switching, I always told coaches, I'll play safety if you want me to. I mean,
Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, small school Defensive Player of the Year. Shout out St. Chris Central. Yeah, I mean, I'll do whatever it takes to help the team. I'm here for the guys, and I want to win. So whatever they feel is right, and that's the one biggest thing is you have to trust the coaches have. obviously, you know, it's a business and they have their intentions, but you need to trust that they're gonna have your intentions in mind as well, with where you think or where they think you could be in the next level. And so I full-heartedly, you know, trust them and their decisions. So you just gotta put your head down and work.
How's Luke been doing at center?
Luke's been doing great. I mean, like, for, you know, hefty lefty, get under there and snapping. Like, I was like, I wish I could snap with my left hand. That'd be sick. But no, it's been good. He's been doing really well with the calls and everything like that. I know Coach Kelly, he came in, he didn't shake anything up or anything, but a lot of the stuff he brought in was obviously newer to us, so being able to master that really quickly like he did is pretty awesome. You know, just not only for him, but for the other guys around him, because as a center, you have to be the leader of those five. So he's done a really great job of that. I know he's been moving around as well. So I know me and him are kind of in that similar position. We're kind of switching out between that center guard area. So being able to bounce, you know, ideas and stuff off each other has been really helpful.
Carson, it seems like one of the repeated messages tonight is that all you guys are learning, kind of figuring out that you have to take this at not the speed maybe you thought you were going to take it at, but learning that you're not really in charge of this process. You know, that you have to let it unfold.
Exactly.
How important has that been to have guys like Luke who are going through similar things that you've had to go through, or Josh who's gone through, you know, a difficult couple of years that people say he shouldn't be on the field despite the fact that he's all Big Ten. Like,
yeah.
How important has it been to have those guys with you? And is that partly why you're still sitting here?
Yeah, I'm 100% what you said. Like, those guys are the reason I'm here today. Yeah, obviously, like, football's hard, and football, like, if you didn't love it, you'd really hate it. So I love the guys around me. They've really brought me in and developed me who I am today. And what you said, like, relinquishing that, like, I don't even want to call it like selfishness, where it's like, you know, it needs to go this way. I mean, not only like with them, but like spiritually, and like relinquishing that like fear and like letting Christ, you know, it's His plan. I think a lot of the guys have become closer. I don't have my Jesus One shirt. I wore it every single day during camp, so it stunk. I had to put it in the wash. But you know, we've done a really great job like that. And I really think the team is coming together, not only with obviously position switching and everything like that, but I think spiritually as well. I think that's really empowered guys to, like you said, trust the process and just battle this thing out.
Now that you've played it a lot more here, what do you like about guard, and what fits that skill set that you mentioned, where you could have potential at the next level of that position?
Yeah, I mean, like, obviously, switching to guard isn't definitely easy. I played right tackle my freshman year. You know, 6'3" right tackle trying to block Jack Sawyer was fun. But going to guard, you know, obviously it helps your draft stock and everything like that. But you know, you don't have to snap the ball. That's pretty sick. You get both hands back. That's been kind of interesting. I know, kind of like at the end of spring a little bit, when I was going in with there, I literally didn't know how to use my right hand for a while coming off the ball. But obviously we've developed and we're good with that. So it's been a good experience. I know, like me, Luke, you know, Teg as well. I'm playing some right guard, so asking him questions, asking Donnie questions on the other side of the ball. I don't know. I love it. I mean, I just love playing football, so I'm cool with whatever. So I'm good.
What is different with Chip Kelly as the offensive coordinator right now that you've noticed with the run game? What do you feel that's different?
We run the rock. We pound the rock, man. It's gonna be really fun this year.
What does that mean now? When you say that, pound the rock? What does that mean in your vernacular?
I just think the way we're running out the ball and the schemes we're going to implement this year, it's going to be very, very difficult for teams to combat that. I think the amazing offensive minds of Coach Kelly, Coach Hart, obviously Coach Day, and Coach Fry, I think they've come together and made some really, really fun plays. Not only, you know, obviously like really good schemes, but there's some cool plays in there as well that we've loved to, you know, run. I remember like my freshman year and last year, you know, our defense is the #1 defense in the country, and now we've been able to really not, obviously we're not going to beat them up or anything like that. Like we've been able to move the ball a little bit, so it's been fun seeing that and seeing the guys really get into it. And I think Coach Kelly has been like awesome in the fact of like he's a very open-minded coach with kind of the stuff he tries. So like we'll be reading the script or reading whatever, and we're like, this is what we're gonna run this out of this. Like, okay, and it hits for like 40 yards, and like this is the coolest thing ever. So I'm really excited for this year. I think everyone should be too.